Yo, it's Wanchik Bra here, and today I wanted to make an opinion video about Twice. And I know I'm already probably gonna get a bunch of hate for my opinion from onces, like, you just don't like them because they're talented and they make great music and blah blah blah. No, this is purely my opinion. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I can't really do much about it. But different people have different opinions and they're into the different music than you are. I'm just saying that as a disclaimer. So before I delve into my main problem with Twice, I'm just going to say there are good things about Twice. I'm not saying everything about them is bad, but a lot of it is bad, and it's not even the members' faults. And we'll get into that a little bit, but I've been with Twice since debut, and all of their title tracks have been great. Like Ooh Ah is my favorite. It really suits their image and vocal range, and I think it's a concept that needs to be continued, but they've kind of shifted over to the cute style. Now, I watched 16, and, the last lineup of Twice is probably not the best vocally inept lineup. There could have been other people on the show that got eliminated that could have been way better, but, they probably couldn't have handled the fame as well as the members who did get into Twice could and can, as evidenced by how well they're handling their fans and their gigantic fan base now. There's a bunch of onces out there. You're making a lot of cash. So, that's just my opinion, but I have been with them since debut. And usually when you see a group debut, you want to see them evolve. Like, that's just natural. When you see something brand new, you want to see it evolve and change it to something that's either bad or good. And usually you want it to turn out good, but Twice, in my opinion, is not evolving in a good way. Now let me elaborate on that. Like Ooh Ah was a beautifully arranged song. The vocals and the instrumental and music and just the whole ambiance of the comeback stuff is just not even comparable to Like Ooh Ah. It was probably their best title track in terms of musical quality, in my opinion. And what they've shifted to now is kind of been brought to light by their newest song, Signal. Now, I didn't even want to make this video, but mainly this video is going to be me trashing Signal. So let me elaborate on that a little bit. Signal is probably one of the worst songs I've ever heard. I'm not joking. The arrangement is weird. It's just the instrumental does not match up with the verses in chorus. Now, don't get me wrong. There are parts of the song that are really great. Like Junghyun's lines are absolutely beautiful, and I really do think her voice suits the song the best when it comes to the verses. And the chorus is not bad. The chorus is pretty good with Chui and Sana. Great choice for the chorus, because usually Jihyo and Nayeon do it, but I'm glad that they changed it up. But my biggest problem with it is the arrangement. They could have done a much better job. And that weird line, Signal Bonnet, that one, it really shouldn't have even have been in the song in the first place. It was just strange, and it just shows you how much Twice is deteriorating. And even though I'm not trying to be biased here, but even though Vix's song, Masterpiece, by the way, you should go check it out, came out on the same day, it's charted lower than Signal, which is, again, one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life. Which makes me wonder, is it the fan base that's doing all this? And the answer is yes, to me. I think the fan base is relentless. They have a huge following now, and I think the fans are willing to do whatever and whenever to get new music, whether it's high or low quality, honestly. And Signal was low quality. I feel like they could have taken more time to pick a better title track, or just scrap the whole Signal junk idea anyways. And this song was mainly brought about by Twice's style. Their stylistic tendencies when it comes to music is cute. Like, they're all into the cute. Koreans eat that shit up. The Korean fan base really like cute concepts for girl groups, and I don't blame them. Like, Twice is doing really well. They're selling great, but to me, I think Twice needs a different musical style. Cute can be great for, like, the beginning of a career, but since they started with Like Ooh Ah, and they achieved an all-kill on that song, I don't get how they can shift from something that sassy and beautiful to something like Cheer Up or TT or something like that. I'm not saying Cheer Up and TT are bad songs. In fact, I love those songs and I put them on repeat constantly. But I just feel like with their vocal ranges and style, they would be suited more to like maybe something a little bit more mellower and mature. And I know they can't exactly do like sexy concepts because, they have an underage member, but they can do more mature concepts. And like Ooh Ah was kind of their most mature concept. And I feel like that would perfectly suit them. It's a perfect balance of cute and mature, and it would really, really have an impact, I think, with arrangement and vocal tones and making sure that the composition is 100%, because Signal's composition was not 100%. And a lot of fans and onces maybe agree. But there are some ultra fans of Twice that will support them no matter what they do. And honestly, that kind of makes me upset. And this title track kind of also evidenced the fact that Twice need a little bit more time to evolve. I wanted to talk about their MR removes. They're a train wreck, honestly. I know they just debuted like almost 2 years ago. Almost, not really. And they're just starting out and stuff, but honestly, I feel like the girls needed a bit more time to stabilize their voices. On stage when they're dancing around, they're out of breath. I understand that your voice cannot be stable. You're exerting physical energy and you're moving up and down and dancing and stuff. But there are groups that can dance and move, exerting physical energy, and still have their voice be perfect. So I really think they need to work on that. And this is constructive criticism. I'm not saying that they're bad people. In fact, Jungyeon's my bias and I love her. So, we gotta just talk about that. And I think the people that need to be the most stable are actually the main vocalists of the group, Nayeon and Jihyo, because in the MR removes, they're atrocious. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on them, but their voices are atrocious. They're not stable. They're always wavering and going up into notes that shouldn't be performed, and they just need to reevaluate how they're going to do things and make their voice a little bit less shaky. You know what I mean? I'm not very good with words, I'm sorry. But I think the most talented vocalists in terms of stability, vocal range, vocal tone is Jungyeon and Momo. And Sana is probably third. But that's just my opinion because they're taking, music composition, and I've observed music for several years. And Jungyeon has a voice that's special. And I do agree with a lot of fans that say her voice is not suited to the concepts that, like, Twice does, because her voice is more sassy, and the tone is more, like, vibrato-ish, and that would be perfect for a mature concept, but they're not letting her shine, and we need to let Jungyeon shine. Momo the same way. I feel like those vocals have more promise than Jihyo or Nayeon's ever could. You know what I mean? And, mixing in some Chaeyoung, Dahyun vocal and rap in there, you get a perfect mature-sounding concept. You'd sell millions of records. You'd have the biggest fan base in the world, but they're not doing that. And you want to know why? Because cute is the safest concept you can do, and JYP is scared. And JYP is scared because most of his groups right now are falling out. 2PM's going to the military, Miss A lost a member, Wonder Girl's disbanded. He's kind of in a rut right now. He's still got GOT7, and GOT7 is amazing. But he's trying to really market Twice to be the biggest girl group, besides Girls' Generation, of course. So he's stuck in this kind of rut that he kind of has to do cute concepts to sell it. But I really think JYP should take a risk. He's got so many great artists. He's got billions of dollars in his hands. He could just throw it all away to take a risk, do a mature concept, and finally make these girls shine. Do a little bit more training, get a really good choreography going, an amazing concept that's a little bit more mature and suited to them. Throw in some Jungyeon Momo vocals in there. Get a nice rap breakdown, maybe even a little bit of Mina. Perfect. And then you got a perfect concept. Perfect comeback, sell a bunch of stuff. This is just my opinion. If you have any comments, write them down below. I just wanted to share because it was eating me up that I did not talk about Signal, and I just really, really wanted to express my opinion. So, thank you so much for listening. If you listen to the whole thing, comment down below, Ken's blonde phase is the best phase, and I will pin your comment, the first one who does that. So, like anybody's going to do that. But I hope you have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are, wherever you live, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.